Hey guys, happy Saturday. I will not be before you long. Actually getting ready to leave for the day, go do some shopping with a friend. So if you hear her talking in the background, she's actually in my room on the phone. But I couldn't leave yet without releasing this message to you guys that the Lord put on my heart actually yesterday, but I just waited for him to give me the cue to release it to you all. Um, and um, it's based on a vision that he gave me. It's based on a vision. After the vision, he gave me a dream. I know I'm going to release the vision to you guys on this video. I don't know if I'm going to release the dream behind it. They actually went together, but I'm going to let him take over on this video, and we're just going to flow with the Holy Spirit. We're going to let him lead. But I could not leave for the day without posting this video and putting this message out. So I do want to go ahead and get this out to you guys because it's important, especially in this season and this time and what he's doing, okay? And I can't stress enough, guys, and you may hear me say this on any and every video until he tells me otherwise, but this is fourth quarter and he's doing a new thing in this last quarter going into the new year, guys. So those who this is for, take every word back to God, but continue to let him prepare you, because you may feel like you're prepared for where he's taking you, but we only prophesy in part. I can't even fully say I'm prepared for what he's doing because I don't know all that he's doing, but I know as long as he's with me, like, I will succeed and it'll all work out good. But guys, let him prep you for wherever he's taking you. Just say, Lord, whatever you're doing in this last quarter, whatever you're doing in this last month of the year and going into the new year, don't do it without me. Okay, do not do it without me, Lord, because you need him, guys. We need him. And we, as his prophets, as his ambassadors, we only prophesy in part. This is why it's so important for you guys to take every word back that you hear, every prophetic word, even if you know within your spirit that it's for you. Take it back to him, because he may tell you something that this video or another word may not tell you, because he wants you guys to have an intimate relationship with him. So he allows us to work for him to deliver a word to his people, but the end result is to get you to have your own relationship with him, because there's nothing special about us that we have that you don't have the ability to have. We can all communicate with the Lord. He can speak through all of us, but we have to have the hearts that are not hardened, that's going to be open and listening to what he has to say. Okay, we have to have the ears, the spiritual ears, to hear what he's saying, okay? Spiritual eyes to see what he's doing. Nothing in the natural will work when you're trying to communicate with the Lord, because he's not natural. He's all spirit, and he works in the supernatural realm, okay? He puts his super to our natural. So if you're just looking at everything from a natural eye, you'll always feel defeated. So anyway, yesterday the Lord gave me, yesterday in the wee hours of the morning, he gave me a vision. And in this vision, I saw a stork, like a bird, a stork. And if you don't know what that is, Google it. But you know how, like, storks, if you ever see a stork on a cartoon or something, or how parents will explain how a baby is made to their little kids, like, you often hear that story, oh, the stork came and delivered the baby and da da da, and like they'll give this funny little story on how babies are delivered because they don't want to talk about like sex with their little child. So in this vision, I saw like a stork holding like one of those bags in its mouth, carrying a baby. Okay. I saw a stork, and I'm going to see if I can find a picture so you guys can get this picture in your mind as you're listening to me. So if you see the screen jump, it's because I'm going to pause. I want to get a picture for you guys so that you have this vision as I'm giving this word. Okay, guys, so if you can see this picture right here on my phone, and I think you guys can see it, this is what I had a vision of. Honestly, my vision looked just like this, okay? It was a stork carrying like a pouch that you, like the storks would carry a baby in, okay? So that's the vision the Lord gave me in the wee hours of yesterday morning. And when I woke up from the vision, or my eyes were closed. I wasn't asleep, but it was a vision. When I woke up from it and opened my eyes, I was like, what kind of bird was that? Because I'm not a bird person, guys. So the only bird I'm really familiar with is an eagle. So I'm like, what kind of bird was that carries? I knew I had saw this bird carrying that little pouch thing on like cartoons and stuff, but I didn't know the name of it. Okay. So when I did my little research, it's a stork, right? And the Lord even had me read the history of how storks got that. It's a myth. They don't deliver babies to homes. In reality, a stork doesn't do that. They don't drop babies by your door. So I read the history of like how that story came about. So the Lord ministered to me through that. But again, in this vision, I saw the stork carrying the pouch that the storks would deliver a baby in, right? And when the Lord was ministering to me, he was saying a lot of the things that we're getting ready to give birth to in this season and the promises that we're giving birth to and the harvests, we're not going to have to even physically, it's not physically, so spiritually give birth to these things. Okay, the Lord is the stork and he's delivering your promises directly to your door. Okay, this is why I saw the stork in the vision. He is the master stork, guys. A lot of things that we're about to be blessed with, they're not going to be things that we had to labor for. Okay, a lot of the things that we're going to be blessed for excuse me, will not be things that we had to labor for. They're just going to be given to us because of God's grace and his favor. He is delivering his promises in this season, okay? He is the master stork. And that was such a beautiful vision. The first time I've ever had a vision of a stork carrying a baby, okay? And the Lord ministered to me through that vision, but he also had me, and I was in tears yesterday morning after reading this set of scriptures that I'm going to read to you guys and letting him download to me what he was saying, okay? And keep in mind, he speaks to all of us differently. So some people may listen to this message and hear this video, and the Lord may minister to you in a different way. And he may give you something else from the message that I'm giving to you guys right now. Be open to that. That's okay. And I say that because when I release my dreams and the interpretation that God gives me, sometimes a lot of people will comment and say, well, this means this and that means that and that means that. And I like getting those comments, guys. And I like hearing like the interpretations that you guys are getting as well. But know that when I release my dreams, I'm releasing it to you guys how God interpreted the dream for me. So a dream can have many other meanings, and he may use a message from a prophetic word to minister to you in a different way than the message that they're giving, but it still coincides with the same thing. So let him speak to you and minister to you through this video how he chooses to do it. But when I give you guys an interpretation of my vision, it's how God gave it to me. Yes, it may have many meanings, but you let him minister to you, but I'm releasing how he gives it to me, okay? So again, I had that vision, and then he led me to read Zechariah chapter 5, starting at verse 5. Okay, again, Zechariah chapter 5, starting at verse 5. And the number 5 biblically means grace. It's grace, it's his grace, his goodness. Okay, and before I even start reading at chapter 5, just an FYI, and this goes with what I'm going to read to you guys and explain. But the name Zechariah has a couple of different meanings biblically. But if you look up Zechariah, the name meaning is the Lord recalls or the Lord remembers. Okay, that's what the name Zechariah means. The Lord recalls, the Lord remembers. And recall in Hebrew is translated to the word shub, S-H-U-B, and it means to turn back. And it says not with the idea of returning to the starting point of where it started, but it means to turn back, okay, to give back again, okay. But it's God remembers, God recalls is what Zechariah means, his name. But we're going to start at verse 5, chapter 5, verse 5. It says, then the angel who was speaking with me came forward and told me, look up and see what this is that is approaching. So I asked, what is it? He responded, it's a measuring basket that is approaching. And he continued, this is their iniquity in all the land. Iniquity means wickedness, guys. So again, he says, this is their iniquity in all the land. Then a lead cover was lifted, and there was a woman sitting inside the basket. This is wickedness, he said. He shoved her head down into the basket and pushed the lead weight over its opening. Then I looked up and saw two women approaching with the wind in their wings. The wings were like those of a stork, and they lifted up the basket between earth and the sky. So I asked the angel who was speaking with me, what are they taking, or I'm sorry, where are they taking the basket? The angel responds, to build a shrine for it in the land of Shinar. A shrine, you guys, is a home or a house. So basically, the angel explained that they were taking the basket to the land of Shinar to build a house for it. He then told me when that is ready, the basket will be placed there on its pedestal. A pedestal is just a base. Okay, guys. So basically, the angel was explaining that the basket that the two women were carrying, which the two women also can symbolize an angel, or it does symbolize an angel, but the two women who were mounted up, they had wings like a stork, like the bird that I just showed you guys that was carrying the baby. They had wings like a stork, and they're carrying this basket. Okay, so the angel lifted the basket so Zechariah can see what was in it, and it was basically a basket filled with wickedness, iniquity, sin, right? And the angel describes it to Zechariah as her, okay? But he was referring to wickedness, sin, like everything that is not of God, the bad stuff, the darkness that we go through. Okay, so he opens the lid a little bit so Zechariah can see, and he pushes the wickedness, the woman, the wickedness, the iniquity back into this basket and covers it. And he tells Zechariah that the two women, or the two angels that have wings like the stork, is getting ready to take this basket to the land of Shinar and build a house for it and basically leave it there. Okay. So what the Lord downloaded to me after I read this was that everything that you guys have went through, the dark times, the wickedness, the attacks, the backlash, the backbiting, everything that you guys went through that falls under the category of wickedness, of darkness, it is being put in a basket. The lid is being sealed, and it's being taken to a place, a house that's built just for this wickedness, just for this darkness, and it's going to be left there, never to return to you. Okay, guys? Those type of things will never return to you. There's a house being built for everything that you went through that wasn't of God. All the wickedness, again, the darkness, guys. He's building a home for it. And once that home is built, that basket, that covering with that, all of that wickedness that's being held is going to be left there. Okay, guys? A lot of you are walking into an abundant place, and this does not mean that you won't go through trials and tribulations, because you will. And God allows us to go through these things to strengthen us, to strengthen our faith, to strengthen our character. So you will still go through trials and tribulations, but all of the wickedness, the darkness, everything that you went through when you weren't connected to Him, when you strayed away, all of whatever your wickedness and your iniquity is, only you and God would know what exactly He's referring to. And again, take this message back to God, but there's a home being built for it. Okay, what He's doing in this season, okay, is putting all of that darkness, all of that iniquity, all of that wickedness into its place. Okay, its place, it is not being attached to you anymore. It is done. It is finished. You're walking into a harvest, a new season. He's doing a new thing. The gifts He's promised you, the things He's promised you, He's delivering it directly to your door. And you have to be open and ready. Okay, don't see the gifts that He's bringing to you and automatically get afraid. Oh, it's only going to be good for a little while. Yeah, things look good, but it's not going to stay like this because I'm used to things turning backwards in my life. No, the Lord is remembering you. He doesn't forget anything that you've went through, okay? He catches your tears in a jar. He knows the nights that you've cried, the times that you've only wanted to go to sleep so that you can escape the pain that you were feeling when you're awake. Like, He knows all of that. But we wouldn't have faith if we didn't go through trials and tribulations. If we can see just goodness in front of us all of the time, we wouldn't have faith. Faith is not seeing. It's not seeing the things that he promised you. So if he just sat there and gave you every single thing that you prayed for, every single thing you wanted, every time you cried, he just wiped your tears and gave you what you asked for, you wouldn't have faith. Okay. And this walk with Christ is a faith walk. It's a faith walk. He's building your character. Because when he puts you in a blessed season, like Satan doesn't like your blessings. So of course he's going to send his minions, his workers. He's going to try to do his thing in your life. But the person that God has strengthened you to be, you know how to fight in the spirit. You know that, again, just like in my video I said yesterday, our weapons aren't carnal. They're not worldly. You know how to fight spiritually now. So you know how to win every single battle because the Lord has taught you how to win these battles. But your season of iniquity, of wickedness, of darkness, it's in that basket. The lid is on it. It's being closed. A house is being built for it, a house of iniquity for it to stay in. It will no longer be in your house. Okay? The Lord is delivering. He is the master stork and he's delivering everything he's promised to you. Many of you will not have to labor. What he's blessing you with, someone else labored for it. Okay? He's taking from those who built their homes on sand. When it's built on sand, it will not stand. And these people will labor in vain. And he will take that and give it to his children that built their house on the rock. Okay, he is doing a thing. I can't tell you how he's doing it, what he's doing, but I know he's doing a new thing. He's delivering promises directly to you, and wickedness and darkness and all of those things will no longer stay in your house, will no longer stay in your temple. A house is being built for it, the house of iniquity, to where it will not come out that basket. It is to stay there. Okay, guys, it is to stay there. Tomorrow is 12/12, and he spoke heavily to me through the numbers 12/12. Okay, guys, and if you look in the Greek concordance, let me pull up my phone, guys, because I have so many notes. If you look in the Greek concordance, the number 12/12 means the word delos or delos, Delos, and that means to make clear, to make evident, to manifest. Okay, it's when God brings it into reality to manifest the thing. You see clearly what he's doing. Okay, guys. And before I even got on to do this video, I was reading about, 12/12 and the Greek concordance and what it means. And I knew the Lord was speaking to me saying, I'm getting ready to make so many things manifest in your life, in the lives of my children. It's going to become clear exactly what the wait was for and what I'm doing in these upcoming seasons, in this season. Like, he's making it clear. He's doing a thing. And I knew he was speaking to me about that heavily. I felt it in my spirit. But I asked before I jumped on here, like, Lord, is this something you want me to release today about this 12/12 and the Stork vision that you gave me? And my friend who's here now, she knocked on my door, but she initially knocked on the wrong apartment door. And I'm like, what apartment did you knock on? And she was like, 12/12. Right then and there, I knew I was supposed to get on here and give you guys this message because I had just asked God to confirm that I'm hearing what I'm hearing and that he wants me to include the number 12/12. Like, I'm supposed to jump on here and give this word. And he confirmed it just that quickly. I had that thought one minute. She was knocking at my door the next minute. And this is what God is doing, guys. He's making things clear and evident in this season. He is the master stork and he is coming through. Okay. So that's all I have to say, you guys. I would advise you to read Zechariah chapter 5, verse 5. And again, guys, number 5 means God's grace. It's his goodness. Okay, and his favor is not fair. He is no respecter of person. But those of you who this is for, you will know that this is for you. If you don't know it's for you, take it back to the Lord. But that's all I have to say, guys. I'm about to get out of here. I have a few things to do today, but I love you and be blessed. If you have anything that you want me to pray for, go to my channel and go to my about section. My email address, Face to Faith, is listed there. You guys can email me if there's anything that you want me to pray about. Some people have emailed me, sent me emails and wanted me to interpret dreams for them. I've said this on a previous video. The Lord hasn't released me to start interpreting dreams for people. So I don't really do that. I had someone reach out yesterday, and um, they didn't ask me to interpret a dream at all. They sent me a really nice email, and then the Lord put it on my spirit to ask them to send one of their dreams to me so that I can interpret it. The Lord dropped that in my spirit. So I would advise highly against sending me emails to interpret dreams, because that is not what I do, guys. But anything that you want me to pray for you about in this season, if you just want to talk, whatever the case may be, shoot me an email. I will try to get back to you guys all in a timely manner. But I love you. Thank you for being a subscriber. I don't do this for subscribers or for followers. That's not my thing. But I thank God for the people that He sent my way, because even when I started this channel, I did not broadcast this channel to a bunch of friends, family, and all of that stuff. Like, I really didn't. Out of all of my subscribers, and I don't even know how many subscribers I'm at, I think it's maybe 300 and something. Um, 10 of those people are maybe people that I know in real life. The rest of you guys, the Lord sent my way, and I'm so thankful for you, because this channel goes, I give Him all the glory for it. It has nothing to do with me. I'm just a willing vessel on here to spread the words, the messages that He gives me for you guys. So thank you for being a subscriber. I love you, and I hope you guys have a blessed day, and I hope this message helps. Bye.